It's your boy Obz here. Do it to life, for life. Do it to you. Do it to 2021. A whole year breast cancer awareness and personal growth. It is day 63. 63. Today is Sunday. You know, man, it's been a difficult week, but guess what? Still alive. Still got my health. We still on track. We still on plan. We can always regroup. You know what I'm saying? So here it is. Sunday, what I do is kind of reflect over the week, the challenges that I uncovered, the challenges and the progress that I made over the week. I got some no's last week. Ran into some real tough times last week as far as psychologically, just being, just worry and just letting my mind just kind of play an old tape and just kind of run amok and being able to use some of the skills that I've been developing over these last 63 days, building that better, stronger habit. The anti-habit is what we gonna call it, the anti-habit, maybe, right? So been building that, it's been getting stronger, but it's a wake-up call. It ain't as strong as, I got habits that's been growing, man, for 20, 30, 40 years. So I'm not gonna be naive and think that just me going 63 days is gonna take care of all that, but staying the course. I'm building that up. Been thinking about some other areas of my life, like tomorrow. Supposed to be. I did write in my journal today. Plans what I want to do for next week. One of the goals I want to do for next week. Go ahead and write that down. Main thing that we're doing is just doing more writing, journaling, planning. I think that's the key thing as far as what we most people hadn't did a lot of stuff. Or a lot of times people they like to write, they like to journal, but when it comes to planning, they don't like to do it. And the reason is because we're not familiar with it. It's unfamiliar. So when things are unfamiliar, our ego kind of fights against it. Oh, you're gonna make us look stupid. You're gonna make us look dumb. You're gonna make us look weak. So it's best not to even write it down or try to write it down because it's something new. That's crazy, right? But our spirit man say, hey, look, I love to do something new. I want to do something new. I don't care if I look stupid. I don't care if I look weak. I just want to do it. And so that's the war that's fighting, right? So wrote something down. Tomorrow, here's the beautiful thing, right? Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be going out. One of my friends said, "Hey, look, why don't you go ahead and do Habitat for Humanity, right?" So yeah, it's a good cause. I hadn't did it in 7, 8, 9 years or whatever. Yeah, let's go do it. I'm gonna go ahead and volunteer and do that. But then they're gonna judge, right? I don't know if that's a judge or what that is, but it came in and was like, you know what? You got some habitat around the house you need to be taking care of. I know that's I'm thinking, man, yeah, some stuff I need to be taking care of around the house. What's the deal with that? But that's a part of me that hadn't been into delegation. That's part of me that got some fears about some projects that I want to kind of take care of, but don't have the skills. Fear of looking dumb, looking stupid, all those are in there and it don't make any sense, right? It don't make any sense. But I know it's in there. I'm aware of it. I know what's working. So guess what? Now I can start planning. Now I can start thinking. Now I can start sharing, bringing other people into my life. Because guess what? A lot of times we don't bring people in our life for those same reasons, those same egotistical reasons of looking stupid, looking weak, looking afraid, looking bad in the eyes of others, and making assumptions of what they're going to think about us and stuff like that. That judge and that victim, all this stuff is going on from the full agreements. So I've been in that thing, you know, I listened to that on Thursdays. Then I was into my Bible today. That's what I do for probably the rest of the day. I listen to a couple sermons, go ahead and then pray, and then go ahead and plan and reflect. I'm gonna do that, right? But I wanted you to know what I was feeling coming up. Oh yeah, about that deal the other day. It kind of worked out. I was worried about the confrontation between me and another salesperson over a deal that I fished out of the trash, right? So yeah, check this out. So I'm sitting there. It's the day of, and I said, "Hey, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blame it on the boss, cause since the boss want to do it, So I'm sitting at my desk, sure enough, because the intention was on it. The intention was on it. The thing, it's like the thing that it said it in Job in the Bible. The thing that I fear, that's greatly feared, has come upon me. Sure enough, whatever you focus on is gonna get water. It's gonna get, because the universe don't know the difference between the intention. All it knows is that you focused on a thing, and so on whatever that thing is, it's gonna grow, right? So I didn't have to do nothing. Salesperson came over to my desk and was just talking and chit chatting, showing me something, that some keychains that he got with his name on it, because I had been talking about that, so they letting him know he's serious about his craft. I said, "Oh yeah, this is the deal right here you and I was working on." I said, "Yeah, about that." Boss man said this. He said, "Yeah, that sound like him." So that was knocked out right then, right? But guess what happened, right? The deal never materialized. It never materialized. So now, since that deal didn't have materialized yet, it's when I was doing that I was worried about that coming up when that didn't even come up because the deal never materialized. So the conflict you thought was coming up never came up. So now what I got to do now? Now guess what come on the back heels of that? Back heels of that ego again. Man, now we're gonna look stupid. Now we're gonna look weak because now they're gonna say what you doing dumpster diving. We told you that was garbage. Look, that deal didn't even materialize. You just wasted all that time on that deal on garbage, and we've been telling you it was garbage. You see what I'm saying? Right there and again. But guess what? It's one of the four agreements. One of the four agreements is I always do my best. As long as I do my best, it don't even freaking matter. Deal fell in my lap. I did my best. Whether it materialized a lot, I did my best because that builds a strength in me. I still got a deal. I still got something out of the deal because I got a chance to practice doing my best. I got a chance to practice some skills and to reflect over that deal. I still may be able to put that deal together, but I did learn some things that I already knew. I just didn't exercise them. And why I didn't exercise them? Because it had other things on the plate. See, because this was during the time when this deal came up, I was supposed to set up a certain appointment, you know, for the client to come back in for a reevaluation. I skipped that step. The reason I skipped that step because I was in another battle, the battle with the tires and all that stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So things that are normally easy and I normally wouldn't make a mistake on or normally wouldn't miss, when you got time and you got other little small fires in there consuming those resources, those processing powers, then you don't make the best decision. I didn't feel good that whole day, even in my body, right? Now, was that because of this? What was it? What was the reason? Because then now you got a headache. Oh, yeah, because there's so much worry going on. It don't supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be smooth. It's supposed to be crisp. It's supposed to be clean. The guy was telling me the other day, he said, life is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be enjoying it. You're supposed to be having fun. If you're not enjoying it, and I was walking through the door, and I was like, gosh, you know what? As I was on my walk, sometimes the door, a God walk, and then things kind of pop in my head. And, while I'm walking, clear my mind. People go on a nature walk. That's why I'm out here right now. See that tree still changing back there. This tree over here has lost all of its leaves. This tree still hanging on to its leaves, right? You know what that reminds me of? Since this tree is hanging on to its leaves, right? Sometimes it want to resist change. It's hanging on to it, to the old. Those leaves gonna have to fall. Those leaves gonna have to fall. But sometimes it hangs on to it. It try to hang on to it, just like some of these old habits of mine. They gonna have to fall, but they still trying to hang on. They still trying to get life in themselves, right? So we sitting down with the family. We're gonna involve them. We're gonna plan more. I know that's on my agenda for 2021. It's just more involvement with the family, more transparency with the family, and then, just that's what I see. I see that this being beautiful, right? It's something I hadn't did in a long time, and I think these last 63 days has put a lot of things into perspective. So this is what I'm gonna do, right? Going in, right back in my journal. I'm gonna write in there. And then I'm gonna do that part to that part of my life, which I know to do, and that is to write in the journal and to plan. So I'm going to plan. I put down on my list. My wife wanted to do this one thing that we want to do. I pointed it out. That's something she was interested in order to build our bonds together, build them stronger. Is to be interested in what she's interested in. Even if I'm not interested in it, I can use that time to strengthen our bond with one another, right? So she wanted to do uh, communion. So she wanted to do communion on a daily basis. We listened to a guy called Joseph Prince, listen to him. And so he wanted to do communion on a regular basis, you know. And I said, you know what? I remember she said she wanted to do that. We never got around to do that. I got the calendar. I know how to build a habit. Why not go ahead and put what she wants to do into my habit calendar, and then we can build that thing together. So I wrote it down on the refrigerator, right? Everything goes on the refrigerator, right? So I wrote it down on the refrigerator, and it's still up there, but we hadn't done it yet. So I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna go in there and lay the elements out, and we're gonna do it today. Today is Sunday. Why not go ahead and do it today? I feel that I need to take that initiative. So you see what I'm saying? Well, it's 12 minutes. I do about 12 minutes. I ain't gonna do too much longer than that because I don't want to overdo it, right? I can overdo it, but I don't want to overdo it. It's one of them things, right? It's one of them things. Oh yeah, another thing I was doing is my daughter asked me a question last night. Hey pops, what you want for Christmas? I said, hey look, same old, same old. Hey, you been the last 20 years you've been asking me, right? You know, what yeah, I know I've been asking the same old question. Okay, so the answer should be the same. Yeah, we always get you socks, clothes, blah blah blah. You say you don't need any more of those. So yeah, I hadn't worn the shirts. So I said, hey, you know what? Let me just go ahead and think. I said, well, what's the one thing that I'm always doing that I'm most passionate about? She said, oh yeah, the one thing, the book. I need to get you a book. Yeah, just get your pops audio book credit. $9. You know I'm gonna use it. Yeah, that'll be nice. She said, oh yeah, okay, I didn't even think about that. So yeah. I said it's one of the things you got to be observant of the people that's around you, so you can kind of help them when you can. So I think that's a good gift, right? I didn't think about it back then because I was gonna let them handle it. So, but some say, hey, look, just go ahead and nudge it through it. Go ahead and walk her through the plan. Then as we walked her through the plan, which I'm supposed to be doing anyway, right? Solve this problem. I believe that when we come together, we can solve any problem. That's what we did. We came up with a nice solution. She's pumped, everybody's happy. But I wanted to share that with you is because in her mind, she didn't want to get me the same thing. But it really don't matter, right? It's only the ego say, hey, look, surely don't we got to be something different, got to be something more grand, got to be something fantastic. No, it don't have to be, but our mind makes it want to be. Like when I'm doing my affirmations, hey, look, I read them affirmations yesterday. I already heard them affirmations. I want to listen to them again. I want to find some new affirmations. So we'll find ourselves going and looking for new stuff, and we really hadn't digested the old stuff, right? Just like when I watch a Star Trek, if it comes on TV on the regular TV with the regular commercials on, I can watch almost any episode and enjoy them, right? But guess what? I say, you know what? All these commercials, man, I want to just go to Netflix, go down here and work out. Boom, let me put something on. Then I'm paralyzed because now I have to select the show that's coming on, and I get paralyzed and I don't do it. It just don't make no sense, right? For me to select that show, I can't do it, but if any show came on, I'll watch it. But if I gotta pick the show from many having all these selections, it's another element, another component that comes into that of picking the wrong show and does looking bad and does the ego is in there again. Gosh, it's everywhere, right? It's everywhere. But this your boy Obz. Do it to life for life. Do it to you. Do it 2021. Whole year breast cancer awareness and personal growth.